Psychopaths don't see people as people, but as serving one of 5 roles. You're just an object. You could be the patron because you have some form of influence, access, supply, or resources. They talk up to you. They often will be very seeking your approval and looking for your admiration. But that's because they want something from you. When you start to say no or criticize them or stop being useful to them, you're going to fall from grace, often without explanation. If you're the Patsy, you're the manipulated ally. You're the one who's naive, that they are giving their half-baked stories and they go to when they're in crisis. You're being pulled in to rescue, defend, and give this person the benefit of the doubt. And they'll say things like, "You're the only one I trust," but they actually see you as naive, gullible. If you stop enabling them or start to question the story, you're going to be repositioned as either the police or the enemy. The pawn is the weaponized bystander. This is a person that they have do the grunt work, like pass along messages, take sides, or believe things about other people that this person hasn't personally witnessed. You often feel like you're caught in the middle of a crisis. Pawns often have a very short-lived role because they're only briefly useful, and then once their purpose is served, they're quickly discarded. The police is the person who's the threat. That's the individual who notices the inconsistencies in stories and starts to call them out. They feel the tension that there's something wrong, and they notice that this person's defensive, evasive, or trying to flatter them. If you persist in being the police, then you're going to turn into an enemy, especially if they think that you could expose them. And then finally, you know that you're the enemy if you're being ignored, smeared, if they're mocking you. And you'll notice those around you starting to act odd, like they have a weird or warped version of the events. You probably have stood your ground, you saw too much, and you stopped being pliable. But these roles are fluid and can change rapidly. You might start out in the morning as a patron, then start to question something, and they move you into the police, and by nightfall, they've turned you into the enemy. So don't count on your role as having any kind of safety or stability. The more inconsistent these roles are and the more rapidly they shift, it's key that you're in a relationship with someone who is highly psychopathic. Be careful.